Land is overgrown, a slum of heroes, while mortals and the gods, untouched by sorrow. For they have taken oath to avoid the toil that others live below, to beg and borrow, beg and borrow. Elysium, descend upon her, Alice in paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Everybody goes in blind to dwell in shadows, hunted in the night, taken to the gallows. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled. You are in Elysium. Do you dare to fall? To fall. Dare to Elysium, descend upon her, Alice in paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions Thanksgiving edition. We've got a great show today. I got my 5-inch quad fix and I got to fly my new Mavic 2 Pro last weekend. We'll talk about that, but before we get going and start with the frivolity, thank you, Bill Drone Metro Drones. I want to say, let's see if that works. Hopefully, they heard it. Let's keep that train going. Yes, thank you very much, Bill. Good to see you. All right, we've got a great show. So it's time for more tongue twisters. Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster more. I need to go here. Alrighty, so if two witches were watching two watches, which witch would watch which watch? If a black bug bleeds black blood, what color does a blue bug bleed? Hmm. The bottom of the butter bucket is butter bucket bottom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, and let's do a couple more. Super duper stormtroopers whoop it up at Death Star groupers. Helmet thrashing, rebel bashing, laser blasting at the party poopers. Yeah, all right, let's do one more. I saw Susie sitting in his shoe shine shop. All right, that is all the frivolity for today. So let's get back going and let's bring up my co-host all the way from Liverpool, New York, the effervescent Chuck.
Ooh, I'm
Welcome,
effervescencing.
Chuck.
Hey, Art. Hey, everybody in the chat. Happy Saturday night.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's great to be. Let's say hello to a few of the folks in the
There's a
chat.
few.
We have Blind Neil, and we have Bort. That is, I'm trying to remember
Who
his
is Bork?
name. He's the one that drone. He won the drone. I'm trying to think of his. Oh God dang it! And then there's Bill
Oh,
Metro Drones. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat. And then there's Alan, all the way from Ireland. Drone Views Media, John Bonenfant. I said it right this time. And then we have Jim Wallace, alias Mr. Graphic, Matt of Matty's Drone World. Good to see you.
oh,
Johnny
thank you, Alan.
DRC, all the way from Johnny D. And then there's Steve Mack. And then we have Chuck. Oh, and Four States Aerial, which is Jeff Udock. That's his channel. All
One Vision
right. We
Aerial.
got
God.
Oh,
Mr.
One
Stardrunk.
Vision Aerial. That's Dustin and Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, and the other
Mr.
Matt,
Stay
Matt
Drunk.
Bagwell.
I'm all for staying drunk, but I can stop anytime I
So,
want to.
how's it going? You've been working on your truck, I hear you.
I was wrenching on that damn ZR2 all afternoon trying to get these steps on, these little step extenders on the rock rails on the thing, because that truck's set up to be off-road, but it ain't good for short people getting in and out of it.
Yeah, that's
So
true. Little guys like me, I need all the help I could get.
Well, Lori and I both needed a little help getting in this thing, so I bought this stuff from 589 fab out west, and they shipped them out and I got them powder coated, but that meant those existing pieces had to come off the truck, and what a pain in the arse. But
Yeah.
I did one side
Plus-
last week, one side this week. I filmed this week. We'll see if I can turn it into something to help somebody else doing it in the future.
Then we have David, Arizona Drone Dude. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I have a friend, well, Rick Enstrom. He's takes me fishing once a year, and he's got a great big SUV, so I need one of those step stools to get
Yeah,
in.
I actually have a step ladder, like folds totally flat. It's like plastic and
Yep.
folds flat.
Mhm.
Pop it open, but
Yeah.
yeah, this truck's
Yep,
not ideal. The other truck was actually easier to get in and out of. This one's more serious. So, well, we'll see how it
Yeah.
works out. The parts are on. It took a while. My
Oh.
neighbor came over and saw me in distress. This guy Bob next door, he bailed my butt out, helped me out.
Oh,
held
that's
up. That was really nice.
that's
of him.
good.
Yeah.
I
A couple of beers.
yeah, with that step stool, I was able to get up there to where I get my left foot on the the running board there, and
grab
right
the
foot
old crap
inside.
handle.
Yeah, grab a hold of that little doodad thing that hangs from the
The old S
doorpost, and
handle.
yeah, pull
Yeah.
my ass up there and get
Haul your
into
ass
his
up in.
vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, for the driver's side and mine, it's the steering wheel for the driver, and there's the OS handle for the passenger.
Mhm.
Passengers, because it's a 4-door. Anyway, that's done.
Yep.
Thank God.
My sister has a Toyota. I think it's a Tundra,
The
and
Tundra's
it's
the big
kind
one.
of a pain in the
The big
butt.
one. Is it a
Not
full
really
size?
big, but still, I
Tacoma,
have to
maybe?
kind of jump up there and grab that handle and
That
pull
might be a
myself
Tacoma.
in.
That might be a Tacoma, Art. Is it like a midsize like my
Oh, maybe it
Colorado?
is a Tacoma.
The Tacoma is the taco, as they
Tacoma.
call it. Yeah, yeah. Well, what a feeling. But that's
Oh.
the same thing as mine, just different badging. Basically, they're benchmarked to one another, kind of like an Evo 2 and Mavic 2
Right.
are kind of like benchmarked together. Anyway, well, it's nice to be here for to just relax. Finally,
Yeah. Mhm.
I know I'm
Yeah, I
gonna be sore
caught
tomorrow.
your live stream with Keith this morning. And a
Yeah, we
little
were
late
back.
getting in.
We're back. We I don't know, our time slot. Other people have mentioned that the time slot isn't ideal, and I'm not sure how
Right.
Keith and I can figure that out. We're exactly 12 hours apart.
Oh yeah, on your side of the world, yeah.
Something's got to give. I don't know how to do it because, like, seriously, it's 7 at night here. It's 7 a.m. there, and I don't know.
Thank you, Steve Mack. Yeah, so get going on your holiday shopping. Buy some stuff at my Teespring. I got a bunch of new stuff there. I've got tumblers with my logo on them. I've got oh yeah, those thingies.
These
Yeah,
things,
I've
but
got,
with the other logo, with Art's logo, not my logo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I got those little glasses. So if you want a bourbon, you put some ice in there.
Nice tumblers,
ArtCo
like low
symbol.
ball.
Low ball, yeah, that's
Yeah, like what you do when you go
right.
buy a car, you low ball them.
Right. Mm-hmm. And what else do I have? Oh, I have T-shirts. I have masks. I have stickers. All kinds of neat stuff.
I love stickers. Hey, I see Chris Wedgeworth.
Chris
jumped in.
Wedgeworth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chris, what's up? Chris follows everybody. I don't know where the hell he
Yep,
finds
he
the
does.
time. That guy he's unstoppable.
Yep. Same with Matt. Both Matt. They're everywhere.
Matt's unbelievable too. I don't know how he finds the energy. He's amazing. He's everywhere. That dude's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So I finally got this guy fixed. My little 5-inch. I know. I've got.
Oh, that's nice
drops
looking.
on.
Yeah, look at that.
So I put a mount on for my Insta 360, and this
Pretty good,
is just
man. That
sticky
thing-
tape down here.
That
You
thing's
know,
gonna
when
haul some
you get
arse,
a
isn't it?
GoPro,
Yeah,
it's got,
that camera's
that's
no
really,
payload for that thing. That thing's gonna buzz like crazy.
yeah.
So you have to
So
adjust the camera
total
accordingly to see if
rebuild.
yeah.
Got 20 by 20s, and they couldn't find 30 by 30. So they got this thing all rebuilt, and so I took it out last week. Problem was I couldn't get a video feed in my goggle. Well,
What was up with that?
on a hunch, what I did was I went in the beta flight and I turned down the VTX because the guy who fixed it cranked it all the way up to 300. So I bumped it back down to 200, uh, plugged my goggles in, and boom, got a clear picture. So
Wow.
I'll be
So, too
taking
much.
that out tomorrow to Flight Club and give it a whirl. See how it works. Put the Insta360 on. Get some really cool video. And also last weekend, I flew my backup.
What you got there? It looks heavy.
My yeah. Well, this was a
Oh,
bonus.
oh, it's a 2-pounder. That's a Mavic 2 Pro. That's the 2-pounder.
Mm-hmm.
I love my Mavic 2 Pros
So
still, even though they feel jealous.
I
of the
bought
Mavic 3.
this on a police auction website.
Yeah,
And it was just a drone and a battery.
but you had the smart controller, so you're good to go.
Yep. So I flew it last week, and one of the props has a nasty crack in it. So I only flew it just a little bit just to kind of test everything out.
Props are easy to get.
Camera works fine. So
Yeah, it's
my
a solid drone, man.
Jordan of the Flight Club gave me he lost his Mavic Pro.
Oh, so he gave you the stuff, the bag,
Yep.
and
His
charger,
went swimming.
maybe. Did he have the charger?
Yep.
Oh, that's too bad that it went,
and also
more batteries.
ND filters.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Mhm.
Yeah. I use a VND on mine from Freewell. I really like the VNDs because you can kind of, but I don't think you need them with the adjustable aperture. You can get it close, and then you can just tweak it while you're flying, which is really cool.
And
just like the Mavic 3.
The highest ND filter is a 32.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
You need some pretty serious sunshine to worry about using that one.
Yep. Well, I mean, up here in the Rocky Mountains, you're a mile closer to the sun, and it gets pretty bright here.
Yeah. Yep. Drone shots.
I've got a 16 on it.
Pardon me.
And I put an ND filter on my Air 2, and I think it's a 16. So I took it out this morning, did a sunrise video for a friend of mine who passed away earlier this month. He was my computer buddy. I've known him for over 25 years. Met him at one of those. Remember back in the day when they had computer swap meets?
Yes. Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry to hear about your buddy because I lost a computer buddy almost a year ago in December, and we had known each other since high school. And I guess there must be a run. God must need some help with Windows, is all I can figure.
Yeah, could be
or
Windows 11.
Yeah, he needs some help. So because he took two of the best, it sounds like, Art.
Yeah. So yeah, Vern Prime, and neat thing about this guy's, we met the computer swap meet, and I was looking for some parts. I was always building and rebuilding computers.
Buy from the Russians, like I did.
Yeah.
The Russians.
So he invited me over to his house, and he had a little computer layer in his basement. He had one of those tri-level houses.
Yeah.
and it had a basement area. Anyway, so we hung out there, and I would tell him jokes, and we'd swap stories, and we were very close politically. So we worked out really well, and as he got older, his hearing got worse and worse. Where it just I couldn't talk to him on the phone. I couldn't talk to him in person. Last time
Chat
I
with him.
saw him was a couple years ago. He gave me all his rock tumbling equipment, and I really went to town with it and tumbled a bunch of rocks. I had some friends who sent me some really interesting stones from Michigan, some pudding stone and Petoskey stone. Uh, Petoskey stones are fossilized seashells, or not seashells, coral.
Okay.
So they have that really interesting honeycomb pattern in them when you polish them up. Yeah. And Petoskey stone is like an amalgam of different kinds of stones that have been pushed together from the glaciers uh, thousands of years ago. And so you got
It's their
green
own
rock
tumbler. That's
and
God's
red
tumbler
rock
right there.
and
Yeah.
mixed in kind of a lighter colored matrix. So it looked pretty cool. I want to say hello to Chris Hope and Jody Drone Shots and Ellen. Ellen? No, Warren Akira Show.
Akira Show. Gesundheit. I always say that. I don't know why I say that. Why do I say that?
Well, you know how German winemakers say goodbye?
You're gonna tell me no.
Our feet are stained.
I was just watching a video from Tuscany before the show.
Oh,
Tim and Finn, my competition now. Tim is
oh
getting
my.
better at flying his drone. He's starting to do maneuvers like I do. He's making me sad because their channel's already huge. And now that he's figured out how to fly a drone kind of like me, it's looking pretty good.
Cool.
Not that I'm great, but I mean he was really doing the boring shots. Now he's doing some pretty cool shots. And they were stomping grapes. She was stomping grapes, which made me think when you
Okay.
said our feet are stained, made me think of that just from a little while ago.
I want to say hello to Trevor Foos. Trevor, good to see you. Hopefully, Greg Cooner will stop by and maybe pop on for a bit. James is probably whipping up his waffles right now.
Probably his waffles, although again, pancakes. He's got to get back to pancakes eventually. It's been too long. There was a lunar eclipse. Isn't that when he does pancakes on the lunar eclipse? Maybe.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if there's.
And Lon Denard, who shops at Menards. Good to see you, Lon.
Lon Denard shops at Menards.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Lon,
remember
long
those
time no see,
stores
man.
when I lived in Michigan. Those are kind of a thing back east.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
Lon's digging about the variable aperture. See, that came up the other night, and nobody will let it go. Yeah, you don't need it on a drone. I'm sorry, just don't. Unless you get in really close. You get in really close, you might see something. But if you're out far,
There you
100 feet
go.
away, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, man. I've watched so many videos on this and seen footage on it. It doesn't. Maybe it's just my eyes suck, but it doesn't do shit. It just changes your exposure for video.
Right.
But hey, you purists out there, want the Mavic 3 Cine and all that. Yeah, do whatever you want. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Well, I found another FPV channel that specializes in Tiny Hawk 2F freestyle.
Sweet.
And it's called Cube FPV.
Cube FPV?
And he does upgrades and total rebuilds and stuff. So I think my next upgrade on the freestyle will be a nicer camera. so I could replace the camera that's on it with a
Testing.
better camera that'll give me a better video feed, or not a better feed, but just look sharper, I guess.
There's Captain Ray.
And Ray Kelly.
That's still the funniest small drone video of 2021.
Oh yeah, that was.
Captain Ray.
Oh Jesus!
Jeez. Yeah, that's awesome.
I've had a few of those moments when I had, what was it, a SEMA 20, one of those little tiny whoops that came with its own little cheapy toy controller.
All I have FPV wise is this overpriced beast right here.
Yeah.
It really wants to fly. You really want to fly, don't you? Yeah, I really want to fly. Chuck, take me out. No, you can't go out because I'm scared. Don't stop being scared and fly me. All right, I'll stop talking to my drone now. But it does need to get some airtime. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
There's gonna be a freaking FPV 2 out before you know it, and I'll still be flying this dinosaur. Looks like a dinosaur.
Well, Wednesday I should be getting another Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle, which I'll be giving away.
Ooh, another
because of what happened with what's his name, Bort. He got the wrong drone. They shipped him the Nano Hawk.
The Nano Hawk?
Yep. And so I was trying to work something else out, and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I like this drone." Yeah, so I go, "Okay." So I worked with. First, I went with the people who sent him the wrong drone. Tell them, "Hey, you sent the wrong drone. Here's the photo of the drone you sent, and here's the packaging." And they're, no, we sent the right drone. So I went to Amazon and I told them what had happened, and they refunded me.
Amazon's pretty good about that stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So,
have you ever received the completely wrong item from Amazon?
No, I've never had that done.
I've had it happen.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep, I got like a Winston Churchill book once instead of like a drone part.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh, it wasn't the Kama Sutra that you wanted.
No, I don't need the Kama Sutra book. I'm all good with that stuff. Enough experience. But yeah, no, it was For Whom the Bell Tolls or something. It was a weird book. Not weird book, but I mean, it was just like, it's like, what the hell is this? Ended up sending it back to him. Borp screws?
Yeah, well, you're right, Alan. Yeah.
Well, any hobby
in the ditch.
Hobbies are expensive.
Yep.
This one is certainly expensive, but it's rewarding. I think it's like Corvette used to be my big hobby, and I've the vet just sits in the garage and chills, and the drones are way more fun. So I like creating much more than I like driving. Driving's stressful now. But anyway, yeah, but I don't know. I thought FPV was still a little bit less expensive, isn't it, than these crazy camera drones?
If you get into building your own or buy one ready to go, if you don't want to give me a super chat, you could send me a few bucks through my PayPal.
It works out better for art when you do that, because Google takes their pound of salt out of the super chat. So about quite a good percentage they take.
Yep. That adds up, and
Maddie's right,
people who join, that helps out too, and then I get cool stuff to give away on my show. Yep. Well, yeah, you're right.
Even with a spotter, it's illegal, Alan. That's like, really?
Oh, yeah. So Bort says he loves it. That's great. I'm glad it worked out for everybody. Because for a while there, I'm like, oh God, what the hell? And Lloyd, who plays with dolls, he calls them puppets.
Look at Bort.
He had
It's not
an
illegal if
issue.
you don't need the rules. It ain't illegal if you don't read the rules. Yeah.
He got the wrong dummy sent to him, so they wouldn't take it back, and they did the same thing. Amazon refunded him, so he went and thank you so much, David.
Well, that's David.
Oh, you're awesome, man. Let's see if I get this.
Ooh, it's fast now, Art. You fixed it. It's fast.
Yeah. And so let's keep that train going. So the train work? Oh, cool.
I didn't hear a train. I heard the cash register though. That worked great.
Oh, well, you'll probably hear the train in a few seconds.
Is it going to do the train whistle
thank
or
you
something?
so much. Yeah.
Well, the register's working perfect. That was fast.
Yeah. Well, it's number.
Snap.
Well, later, probably tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll replace this keyboard with a USB keyboard, and I bet you'll it'll work every time. Because I think with the wireless connection, there's just that lag. I think that's the issue.
But it only should be a moment or two. But then again, we talked about before the show how my MX keys that I just bought, this thing works great with everything except my big Kahuna computer here. So I have to use, so I still have to suffer and use this monstrosity. This crazy thing.
Well, I want to get one of those. Oh God, what is it? It's like a keypad, only it's for your sound effect. Or if you want to do, what is that called? Oh, Trevor, thank you very much.
Train is departing. See,
there we go.
It's fast. Harley's in the house.
All right, Harley. Good to see you.
Lon's got it right. Yeah, the sound pad. But there are a few
sound pad. That's what it is. Yeah,
there are a few flavors of those things.
Stream Deck. That's what that's. Some of those are pretty darn pricey. So
they are spendy, but I think if you look around, you can find like one on eBay. Just be careful. I think you might want to talk to a guy like Ken Heron. Probably has some good advice on those.
Oh God, he's got all the cool stuff. He's got
he's a
really nice mixer where he could do sound effects all through that. Where I have to do it through vMix.
Yeah, well, Ken's a radio dude. He has it down. Definitely down. He has to. Well, his Thursday night show is huge.
Have fun, Robbie. Third Eye View. Oh, awesome. And Robbie, welcome to the show. So,
did James release a video today?
Oh, did he? Oh,
I'm asking. I didn't see anything. Did he release it?
I didn't see anything today. Usually on Saturday, which is Sunday morning over there, or Sunday night.
I'm doing a
Saturday night.
I'm doing a Sunday thing now. Lori and I are popping them up on Sundays. It seems like a good time to get stuff out. But I didn't see anything new from him. I was just curious. So James,
I've been watching this channel where this guy, he inherited this old 150-year-old house. And his great grandfather built this place. And so this guy, Troy, Big Water UAV, good to see you. This guy, he's an architecture by trade. So he decided that he was going to restore this old house. It was an old farmhouse built in I think the late 1800s. So it needed a lot of work because the foundation had to be redone because
Ooh, yeah.
that stuff that they used for mortar just
Starts to break down.
dissolved because
Yeah.
it was a rot stone foundation. So you had
Yeah,
a
not cinder
basement.
blocks or anything. Yep.
Yep. So it took them several years to rebuild this house. So what they did is they got an old single wide trailer and set it out on the property, and that's what they lived out of. And
Until
then
they
they,
got the house kind of like
yeah,
rebuilt.
yep,
Must have had good
you had
bones.
to,
That's a lot of work. Right
yep,
from the ground up. That's a lot of work.
yep. But when he was done, it looks like it did in some of the old photos.
Yeah.
No,
Did he happen to use a drone and do a time lapse or anything? That would have been really cool to
no,
run.
he didn't.
Can you
That
imagine
would
doing
have
a
been
time
awesome.
lapse mission and just take pictures from the same angles and then stitch them all together to show like a have it like
No, he didn't do that because you got to remember this guy started working on this in 1999.
oh, there were no drones then. Had to hire a helicopter.
Oh, Big Water UAV, thank you so much for that super chat. Awesome. Cool. Cool.
Sweet.
Oh, let me go back and let's do another. There we go. The train.
Is it gonna work this
I
time?
can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it.
Can't hear it.
No?
It's weird.
Hmm.
The cash register is working just fine. Really, when it comes right down to it, Art, the cash register is what matters. The rest of them are
There
just
you go. There you
icing on the
go.
cake. Well, no, I'd like to hear the train. I'd like to hear the train.
Yep.
Sorry.
Now, if I could get Alexa to come and watch my show.
How many people are listening with speakers? And she's like, "What?" I have headphones on, so I'm safe. I'm safe. There was what the hell were we watching? Where it might have been on 2K Drones or something, where somebody said the A word and like ours woke up because Lori had the laptop on, and
Oh, not that Alexis. Alexis.
it doesn't matter. She can't tell the difference.
Oh yeah, I bet James is like, holy crap.
Oh yeah, you got him. You got him. He's probably God.
Turn on computer. Play some Black Sabbath.
Yeah, there you go.
Greg Pittman, thank you for coming in. Oh, there's James. He's editing the latest episode, trying to get okay, cool. And Eric, AR drone nerd, good to see you.
He's full of excuses. Every week and he has an excuse. What's it gonna be tonight?
Oh, Robbie said that.
Oh yeah, the A word. Yeah. You have to be careful with that, but
Siri, turn on the
troublemaker. Freaking troublemaker. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I'm just teasing James. Just teasing. I know he's been really busy with that project with the gazebo and everything. Yeah. Boy's been busy. But yeah, I was wondering. We were wondering where your stuff was, James, because it's usually out by now.
Yeah, we were talking about. So this guy's house build was in two parts. So the first part was mostly the main house, and then the second part was working on the basement and putting up another building, which is a garage slash apartment slash workshop. So it's basically a barn. So that was interesting. This guy's into old tractors. which was cool.
Oh, I've seen some guys in the old tractors. They're pretty cool.
Mhm.
I know a guy
So
had an
that
old tractor
watching
roll over
that
on him.
show just
Gonna live.
gave me ideas for a home in Tennessee.
There you go.
Yeah. But
Tennessee.
what I was thinking, instead of rebuilding a house like that, is salvaging the lumber from that to build a brand new house.
Oh, repurposing it? Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yep. A lot of people do that just with like they'll take old wood and use it for flooring or
Right.
what was it? There was a show on HGTV where the woman did that all the time. She repurposed
Oh yeah, it was
pretty
Dream
cool.
Home, I think it was called. Or
Is that
Dream
the one?
House.
She was kind of
With
cute.
her her husband was the ex baseball player, and they live in Waco because you
No, that's
see,
another one. That's another one. That's a good one too, though. But yeah, they'd find like the most beat up, dilapidated places, and they'd restore them. And there was
yep,
another show though where the girl would go around and find like old stuff and use it to freshen up a home. It was really cool.
right,
Yeah,
hmm
repurposing is a lot of work, Lon, but it is really
hmm
pretty awesome. Yep,
well,
cool stuff. I need to get our
what?
basement wiped out so we can turn it into a YouTube studio. Damn it, that's what I need to do here.
Well, Eric, this is a custom built drone. I got this off of a police auction website. I think it was a couple years ago, and I finally got to fly it earlier this year, where it took a pretty bad crash where it wrecked the controller and the VTX, so that had to be replaced, and it cost me a lot of money.
When doesn't it?
Yeah. So, so Maddie said he got his Nazgul Evoke yesterday. Oh, cool. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
She didn't save it for Christmas? Guess not.
But one of the ideas that I got from this guy is if I do build a house, I'm going to do radiant heat.
Yeah, radiant heat's really nice because it will it basically warms up to about 7 or 8 feet from the floor up. It's very comfy.
Yep.
Your feet will be warm always, which is good.
Yep.
It's really great in garages because it really drives off all the moisture off the floor and everything, which is great for
this guy put it in his basement as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's
it's
got
awesome in the
radiant heat
basement.
down there. Yeah.
Yep. You pour the concrete over it. Yep.
Yep.
Insulate below, have the pecs down, run the pecs, have all your little like zones. Yeah.
Yep.
Badass. I wanted to do our driveway, but it's gonna be like cost prohibitive. I'm still pissed that I didn't do it to Art because I poured a concrete driveway a few years ago, and imagine how my neighbors would have hated me. First, I have a concrete driveway, and then if it was like thawed every day, like never have to shovel again. But it'd be super expensive.
Yeah. Well, hello, Bill, Uncle Bill, Bill Ronayne. Good to see you. Another Florida boy.
Yeah,
who was my
in our basements.
driver at Spin Up. It was great. Riding around in his Mustang. That was pretty cool. Yep.
A Mustang.
Yep. Northerners in your basements. Yeah.
I have one.
Do they have basements in Arizona? Because it's pretty hard to find a house with a basement in Tennessee unless it was an old house that has
they're all on
one
slab.
of those, yeah, or it's on a slab or crawl space.
One of the coolest things that I take for granted about having a basement is all your plumbing and everything is so accessible.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's really like I can't imagine having to be in either a crawl space or worse. Like I had a friend who had a house in Oklahoma City that he couldn't get to anything because everything was run through the concrete. Then what do you do when things go wrong? Oh, what a mess.
That's right, Eric. Yeah. I think
Florida doesn't have it.
because
It's too wet.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, heated driveways are where it's at. I should have done it.
Yeah.
I would have really pissed off my neighbors. It would have been epic. Have a boiler going in the garage. Keep the driveway about 50 degrees just so that it never collects much or melts off. It'd be great. Do the walkway too, just for added insult. Why not?
Yeah.
Damn it. That was the time to do it too. You got to run the PEX before you put the concrete.
Right.
Before that, I mean, then it would have been perfect.
Well, and I found the plans for the house on not YouTube, the internet, and it's just a simple, rectangular house, and so yeah, 3-bedroom house, which is cool. Then I can have one of the bedrooms as a guest room, and the other one would be my studio for what I do here.
So that's what I want to do with our basement. I know Lori does too, but we have to find the basement. Basement has a bit of stuff in it.
Oh, so are you gonna do a full finish or just a partial finish?
We'd finish it all, but like where the furnace and the water tank and all that
Right.
stuff are. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know,
I
75.
didn't have that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think we'll probably go industrial. So like the concrete floors can stay, but we'll stain them and things like that.
yeah.
You give it like an
There you
industrial
go.
look. And then, but we have some
And
ideas.
if you
Be cool for YouTube studio too.
right, and also put some sound dampening stuff on the walls and ceiling.
Well, we have
You won't
ideas
get
with that
echo.
too. Yes, yeah. The nice thing about the basement is that since it's subterranean, it's much quieter. You don't hear anything. It's
Yep.
awesome. So then it just makes it that much easier to make it a very, very tight, quiet space for doing YouTube videos or
Right.
stuff, whatever. And then
Mm-hmm. Yep. And with the repurposed wood would be a lot cheaper than going out and buying lumber.
I think I kind of want to do like the Foss brick or something on the wall, like have get that comedy club kind of look.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I think that'd be cool. Like old industrial building look. Well, I know you'd like that, but you know what I'm talking about. That I think that's a good look, especially for like a YouTube studio. It'd be cool.
Well, we used to have something like that. The Comedy Works here in Denver, they had that, and I think they redesigned the backdrop, and
Yeah, it's really cool.
yeah,
Has that New York City feel.
and they redid the sound booth where all the sound equipment. They probably, I would imagine they probably don't have a mixing board, or the mixing board is a lot smaller and it's all digital, and they probably have cameras set up. So, so you want a video of your set? Well, you just give them an SD card, and they'll tape it. Back when I was doing it, you either brought your own VHS camera or you used theirs, and you gave them a tape to video on. Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
Back when I was a kid,
man, we went to
Lori.
Lori and I didn't get a VHS deck or anything, but when we went ziplining on Maui a few years back, they gave us a GoPro, and all we had to do was supply the micro SD card.
Cool.
So I took the one out of my camera and popped it in there, and we still have we didn't have to use theirs. We just put the card in, filmed everything, took the card out. Still have that footage somewhere.
Those are cool. I still have this little guy.
That was kind of what it was like, Art. That was back probably, pushing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost, not quite 10 years ago.
You had the original GoPro.
Probably, and they had the housing for it and the helmets. The zipline helmets they had the mount for it and everything. Like
you see that,
nowadays it's pretty commonplace. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was pretty cool. But the audio
Well, now
sucked because it was in a housing, so the audio sucked.
when you have the Insta 360, that's just a tiny little thing. They got
Your
a
go-to is
clip.
really nice. Yeah, the go-to is really. Yep, that's really cool.
They got a little clip that you can put on your ball cap and video that way. So
Yeah, my
I
One
might
X2 is
do
a bit
that for
larger than
fishing.
that thing. You should.
Yeah,
The One X2, I really like that, but that's a bit bulkier. But that's
yeah,
really fun
Mhm.
because it's almost like having a drone on a stick when you carry it
yeah,
around. You get a really
yeah.
interesting an angle on everything, and then you have like a million cameras in one, which is cool. We were talking about
And
that.
there's the other Jeff, Carolina Air Shots. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And boy, we got a good crowd tonight, which is cool. So
Carolina
let's
Drones
keep this
Air
train
Shot.
going. So if you want to throw a few bucks in, help me out
ArtCo's
here.
Drone Fund.
Drones are
Yay.
fun. Yeah.
Carolina Air Shots. Do you remember Carolina Drones with a Z?
Huh.
Remember that? Remember that was a cool store. Carolina
Yeah.
Drones. They were in South Carolina. I used to buy all my stuff from those guys.
Right.
They folded, sadly.
Well, and then there's Grayson. They're down in Atlanta, I believe.
Never heard of them.
They do drones and wings. They do
Oh,
the
really?
mono wings. They do
Like Kai at Lone Star Flies.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kai. He's a short guy,
Yeah.
Art, if you stand on my shoulders, we'll be almost as tall as him. We're still not tall enough.
Right.
The two of us combined. You might get to chest height.
Yeah.
I had no idea how tall that dude was. Jesus. To see those videos was enlightening.
Yeah, Bill, I'm looking forward to going to that meetup. I'm going to take a week off so I could do some serious fishing and drone flying. So
When's
that'll
that
be a
one?
lot of fun.
When's that one?
That'll be in April 2nd is the date.
Oh, I think I'll be in Minneapolis then.
Yeah.
What a crappy time to go to Minneapolis, like late March, early April.
Oh yeah, you'll be getting that rain. Ooh. And snow, may possibly snow. Oh, hey, we got Chris Sunrise, Water Media.
I'm kidding. I'm the short guy. Art and I are the vertically challenged here. We are vertically challenged. Yeah.
Oh, Jupiter. And the good thing about going to that is I'll probably be able to stay at the condo.
It's okay if you go check out Jupiter. Just stay away from Uranus.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That was the Soviet offensive against the Germans in 1942 at this time, called
Really?
Operation Uranus.
Well, they kind of stuck it up our Uranus when they blew up that stuff, and they blew up a satellite in space.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Everywhere. Those.
Yep.
Damn it all. I mean, freaking Ruskies, man. What are they thinking? They weren't.
Yep.
They know better than all
Drone
of us.
Rob, thank you very much, sir. Okay, time to hit that capture. Awesome. Thank you very much.
You gotta give me a warning on that somehow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll be bringing my fishing gear. I've got some pretty stout stuff that I've got one rod that has 20-pound braid on it. So that'll be for some serious fishing. And I got some other rods that I could use to catch bait fish.
Just don't catch any alligators.
Yeah. God. I'm almost tempted to get a 4-foot cast net. I don't know if I could do something like that.
A
Have
cast
you
net?
seen how those guys throw those things? What they do is they kind of, you know, in one hand, you're holding on to the different sections, and on the other hand, and then you got a thing around your wrist to hold on to the net. Then you hold on. You know, if you
Cast it out?
watch her sizzle, she uses a 10-foot.
You
And
know,
she's out there
when I watched
catching
our
mullet.
sizzle, the blood has to leave the brain. All I see is thong the whole
Yeah.
time. I can't focus on anything except that. I'm sorry. So all the fishing stuff, it means nothing to me. I'm just
Oh, you're right, Bort. Yeah, you got some good trout fishing here. You know, her boyfriend Brian, he does some really good uh, drone footage when he's out there. He
yeah,
uses
yeah.
a Phantom 4. Yeah.
That's all those fishing chicks use the same formula. The guy does all the freaking the filming, the camera work, the drone work,
Hmm.
and they know all the best spots to film because
Yep.
well, they've explored them all up close and personal, and then they share them with us. It's great.
Hmm.
God bless them.
I'll do that, Ray. And plus, Maddie's brother's got a boat, and Bill Ronane's got a boat, so we could do some intercoastal fishing. Maybe catch some big redfish and maybe some sea trout, which would be cool.
You can go fishing for Mavic.
Yeah.
You know, Maverick.
And
Maverick. Net one
and
of these.
maybe if we get to go out in the ocean, we'll catch what's called pelagic. You know what pelagics are?
Mm-mm.
Those are ocean going fish. That's out in the blue water where you got your
Oh,
mai and your
the big,
wahoo and
the big
Spanish mackerel and cobia. Yep.
I didn't even get mahi off of Florida. I guess that makes sense because they're definitely in the Pacific, right? 'Cause every time I go to
Yep.
Hawaii, they always have mahi.
Oh, they're everywhere. Even in the Philippines, they have it.
Yeah, those are the monster fish.
Yeah, yeah, they can get big. The wahoos.
Really? Ono is Ono in the Atlantic also, or is that a Pacific fish?
I don't know what an ono is. Is that Yokos?
Yoko Ono. I don't know. I've heard of it. Like maybe I'm
Oh,
pronouncing it wrong
grouper.
off of Maui.
Yep. Oh, you can catch grouper out blue water and inshore. Yep.
Now, maybe it's the colder water where you find like halibut and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, you know what? They do have flatfish, sole down there in Florida.
Soul.
Mhm. Soul Train. That was
Soul
based
plane.
out of Detroit back in the day.
I remember the Soul plane.
Yeah.
I didn't fully.
Oh, and did you hear? You remember the song "I Am a Bill"? I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, that was on ABC.
The guy that wrote that passed away this week.
Oh, really? That was Schoolhouse Rock. That was great stuff.
Yeah, Schoolhouse.
Junction. What's your
Junction?
function?
What's your function?
How much we learned from watching Saturday morning cartoons back
Right.
back then.
They had all kinds of stuff but the two that I remember was Conjunction Junction and the Bill. Yeah.
Yeah, there were other ones, but they don't stick in my head either.
Yeah, that's right.
There's crap. Yeah, why did those two stick, Art?
Maybe the tune was catchy. Maybe they played it more often. I don't.
Train stuff. Speaking of trains, why is the train stopped?
Oh,
just train stopped.
What was his
Schoolhouse
name?
Rock. We'd have to Google it up. If we Google up Schoolhouse Rock, like well, Easy Drone Dude just pointed it out, but I'm gonna cheat. Looking. Maybe not.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah. American animated.
Oh, there was multiplication, The Tale of Mr. Morton was one.
3 is a magic number. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all on here. Check it out. They're all like 3 minutes and 1 second long.
Oh, the writer was Dave Frischberg. He was 88 years old. Mm-hmm.
Genius. Constitution. No More Kings.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yep.
Interjections. Oh yeah, remember interjections? Ouch. I was like, I forgot. Interjection. Wow. That's genius stuff.
Let's go in the Wayback Machine, Mr. Peabody.
Yeah, Mr. Peabody.
Who remembers
Peabody
that
and
show?
Sherman. Peabody and Sherman.
Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
That was with Underdog, wasn't it?
Yeah, Underdog. Yeah, Underdog. Who was the character for
It's a
Underdog?
bird.
Who was
It's a plane. It's a frog. It's not a frog.
Who was the voice of Underdog?
I don't know.
Wally Cox.
Wow.
And who was the voice for his love interest? What was her name? What was the name of that character? Was it Daisy Dog or something? Daisy?
Not Penelope. No.
I'll have to Google that one.
I can't remember. I remember watching that though, and they had like Rocky and Bullwinkle. All that stuff was on together. Damn, we're old. But all that stuff was on together. Underdog. Nobody knows in the chat.
Yeah, the voice was Wally Cox.
Wally Cox. Yeah.
Yep. And Wally Cox was a comedian actor.
I can't hit like twice, but just like
and
Don
Adams was Tennessee Tuxedo.
Oh, Tennessee Tuxedo.
And who was Phineas J. Whoopi? That would be Larry Storch. Oh, Polly Purebred was Norma McMillian.
Sweet Polly Purebred.
I thought that was Sandy Duncan. Was Polly Purebred.
Man.
And then Alan Swift was Simon Bar Sinister.
I love him. The green dude with the black hat. Simon Bar
And Bradley Bloke was Chumley.
You're finding all the good Hanna-Barbera.
Kenny Delmar was Muldoon.
That's all. Those are all Hanna-Barbera characters, aren't they?
Oh, righty. Well.
Yeah. How do we get on cartoon? Oh, it's my fault, I think. Sort of. Maybe both of our fault, but yeah. Saturday morning cartoons. Where have they gone? Good old days.
Yeah. Oh, where has my underdog gone? Oh, where can he be? Now we're doing songs of the 60s.
And 70s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was Underdog. Yeah. Yeah, I was just checking out the chat, make sure we're not losing sight of anything here. Yeah. Called it out.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I used to like Speed Buggy.
That was how about Banana Split? La 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 la. La 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 la. One banana, two banana, three banana, four.
Yeah, Speed Racer. Now we're talking.
Speed Racer.
Now we're talking.
Here we go.
Yep.
He's the demon on wheels.
Yeah, but Speed Buggy was cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at all these things coming back. Look at you guys bringing it back.
And the Boogaloos, yeah.
Captain Caveman.
Sigma. And the Sea Monsters, okay.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Who played Sigmund? That would be Billy Barty.
Man, you're good.
He's the guy that started Little People of America.
Would Johnny D say? He's trying to say Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo, yeah. Bananas. Blitz and the
Bob
Boo
Keeshan, right?
Boos.
That was Bob Keeshan.
And then there was, how about HR Puffin stuff?
I don't know.
Boy, you had those dudes were probably on acid when they were thinking about that show.
Oh, maybe
It
Chris.
was
I don't
only
know.
on for a year.
Chris at Sunrise is asking me if I could handle Kelly Green on the 1 second song. I don't know, man. It's like that's tough for me. Sometimes it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh wow.
Kelly's pretty damn good. If you watched him on he's impressive.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
is
he
like
is.
an act.
What was the other show that was a spin-off?
Benny Hill show.
Benny Hill. There was another show that I think it was called Top Hat with Charles
Top
Nelson Riley, where he had the flying hat.
Top Hat, that was a cat. Right?
Well,
and Yogi Bear and Boo Boo and Yellowstone Park.
All right. Well, it's about that time. It is time for toffee trivia. I think I have.
Fast.
All righty. Let's
tell James to put his waffles down and get in here.
All righty, everybody. Pick a number between 1 and 50, and you may be a winner of a box of Enstrom's almond toffee. And we ship worldwide now.
Ooh, worldwide.
Yeah, I was able to work out a deal with those guys.
The big blue ball. No spot is left untouched.
And James, you better hurry up. Put your number in. Hurry.
Gotta put his fork down.
Yeah.
The fork down.
All right, then. Only one number, guys. Please.
I think Johnny put the same one in twice, so he's just repeating it.
Okay. It's okay. That's okay.
Bob.
Okay, all right, James. Betting is now closed. We will spin the wheel. All right, so how do we...
James snuck in number 9 under right at the buzzer there.
All righty, there we go.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the gates are closed. We are ready to spin that wheel. Am I still echoing?
You don't sound echoey. You sound okay.
Oh, okay. I think I have my headphones up too high. All right, let's spin that wheel. And the winner is number 18.
That's AZ Drone Dude.
Number 18.
AZ Drone Dude. Right after my number. AZ Drone Dude up high. 18.
Oh, AZ Drone Dude got it?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, right David. I do believe I still have your address, so I will get that out soon. I'll probably pick it up at the store on Monday and then zip on up to the post office and drop that in.
Sweet. Pun intended.
Yeah. Congratulations, David.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing. And, Jose's here. Good to see you, Jose Mendez. Drone Ops, good to see you all the way from Puerto Rico. So, he's east of you, Chuck, so he's on Atlantic time.
Yeah, 1 hour east, but they now I don't think they do daylight savings though, so they never change. They're always Atlantic Standard stays Atlantic Standard if I recall.
All right, we're the David, I'll do that. I'll get you just the regular milk chocolate. Cool. Jose had a video up where he was he's in New Jersey. Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, I really wished I had a drone when I went to like St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix back like a bunch of times over the course of like 8 years. I would add some epic footage or some good crashes. Maybe both.
You know what? Speaking of New Jersey, this drone that I got from the police auction website, on a hunch, I decided, I wonder if there's anything on the internal storage. So I hooked it up, and you know what? There was some photos and videos on there.
Oh, you said you were going to dig through
And
there. Yeah. Find anything juicy?
no, but I think this guy was flying in New Jersey, because when I watch one of Jose's video, I'm like going, oh, wow, that city looks very similar to the video that I got off of this drone, which was cool.
Yeah, that is
So
cool.
you could tell this guy had no clue about setting ISO and aperture settings.
Automatic.
So
Running a
everything
flying
was
automatic.
all washed out. As soon as he tilted the gimbal up and you saw the city, it just
Went white.
washed out.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, it's too bad.
So I'm learning how to adjust all that stuff. So thanks to Jordan of the Flight Club. Now it's called Flight Club Denver, because I guess Flight Club been taken. So I have a poll on YouTube about having a meetup at Adams County Fairgrounds. So if we get some folks from around the country, or at least around this region, to meet up on maybe a Sunday or Saturday morning at the park where we fly, we could have and maybe we might be able to get rent one of the halls over there at the fairgrounds there. Maybe we could do something similar to Kelly, where we could kind of have some speakers and stuff like that. Maybe do giveaways like Ray did down in Florida. Yeah.
That'd be cool. FPV sitting on his couch, rigor mortis.
So I gave you a choice of May, June, or July, because I think if you go beyond July, it's going to get, well, if you go early in the morning, it's not bad. But if you go later in the day, it's going to get pretty hot. But you got that cool, there's a couple ponds there, and then there's the Platte River, which is really cool. And well, we've got people are practicing for the dragon boat races.
I thought you were going to say dragon fruit for a second.
No, dragon boat.
Dragon. I was waiting for fruit, and you said boat.
It's kind of like the races that they have in Boston, where they have the long boats,
the regatta,
skinny, and you got the guy up front that's hitting the drum, boom, 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 or they go roll. Yeah,
that's regatta, isn't it?
Something like that. We call it dragon boat racing.
Pretty snooty. There's a dude who just left the company I work for. I met the guy in Denver, ironically, at this dinner outing, and yeah, he was like, like Mr. Howell. All I wanted to talk about was this stupid regatta and crap, and how wonderful he was, and how
love you. Could you get my ascot so I could do my regatta?
He announced his resignation. He announced his resignation when I was out in Minneapolis. I'm like, yeah, bye. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, buddy. See ya.
Or you could say, buh,
and bye. I know. I love Ken for that. That's really great. How many quads can you crash into a pond? I don't know. Do you fill it up so they're no longer underwater? I guess. How many quads would it take to fill a pond? I guess it depends on the size of the pond.
Well, I didn't crash it, but it was my drone. But we won't talk about that person because he's gotten so much crap about that. So
Oh, it sucks putting a drone in the water. It just
oh
sucks. I'll knock on wood. I haven't done it yet. I had some close calls. I haven't sank one just yet, but I know people that have, and it does stink.
yeah.
I never tried
Well,
like the get her back thing either. Has anybody successfully used like the get her back? You know, where they strap it on the drone and it basically goes underwater. It lets up like if it's less than 120 feet deep, I think the little bobber comes up and you can find it.
oh.
So
Hmm.
it's triggered by water. So you strap it on the
Oh, I see.
drone.
Okay.
Guys are putting them on their Phantoms and stuff. But again, if the water's deeper than 100 feet or something, 120,
Oh.
then the
Where
bobber's
my
not going to
drone
go, like,
crash, it's
go up,
probably not more than 10 feet. Yeah.
Then that would work
So
for that. That would work
I
great for
I
that.
do have a fish magnet, and if I can find somebody with a small watercraft to
So the
go in this
bobber thing,
area and kind of do a grid pattern, back and forth.
yeah, the get her back would be cool for something like that. I just don't know
Yeah.
how much weight it adds because they look like a small device, it looks like a bobber kind of.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
all right. Well, good night, Greg. Thanks for
Oh,
coming.
furnace
Good to see
problems
you.
stink, especially when it's just starting to get into like heating season.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, at least it's a little early. It's good. It's
Oh,
better.
Dustin's got one in the river channel. Oh boy.
Yeah, that does suck.
Well, next spring he'll be in deeper water because he's out there by Green Bay, so it's probably out in the bay by now.
Good current, pretty strong current, so where I carried it.
Yeah, yeah, because you got all those creeks and rivers that run into
We
Green
have
Bay.
we have Drone Seekers International in the house.
Oh, drone seekers! Hello,
That
hello.
that
Good to see you.
that's a pretty cool little live stream channel for sure.
Yeah,
We had Jackie on this morning on 2K Drones. She was a lot
yeah.
of fun.
I saw that.
I I asked Keith if we could bring her on because I know she and Keith are both in the biking and stuff. And man, they're both UKers, so they hit it off. And I was outnumbered. Art. I had two Brits on there, one American. I was outnumbered. I did it to myself. Yeah, it was fun though. Yeah, they're on at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow afternoon. And Marcus is on there too. Idaho Quadcopter's on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good bunch. They're fun. Been on there a
Yep.
couple of times. Good bunch of people.
So I don't know if I'll be doing the Arts Play show tomorrow because Lloyd can't make it because it's right before Thanksgiving and he's going to be busy doing that stuff. Oh, Jim's droning. Good to see you.
Let's see here. Look here.
Well, I'm getting hungry. I smell that.
Oh, really?
Oh man. So right after this, I'm going to be scarfing down some pot roast with little red potatoes and you know what else I put? I put asparagus in it.
Oh, I love asparagus. Art, I'm trying to figure out if it's Steve or Terry that's running Drone Seekers tonight. I don't know if it's Steve or Terry. I think it's Terry, maybe. All right. Show your hand, Drone Seekers International. Is it Steve or Terry? Or am I wrong? It takes a few seconds because we have our little lag action going on.
Oh, I don't think Chuck would be interested in that show.
Oh, tomorrow nights?
Yeah,
I've been
tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, but it'll be 3 p.m. Eastern time.
I've been avoiding politics. I think it's just
yeah. Yeah.
for me, it just
We had
ends
the big
badly.
verdict yesterday, so that's going to be the big topic.
Oh, well, you guys have a lot to talk about. That's very interesting stuff. Yeah, that'll be a good
Yep.
topic of discussion for sure. There's
Well, that's
a lot
what
of controversy there.
Ed's been talking about on his channel for the last couple
Seen
days.
lots and lots of stuff flying around on social media regarding yesterday's events. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And that kind of that's there's a lot of meat there. There's a lot going on, a lot to talk about.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff that's just wrong too. I don't think you find too many people that won't agree that there's a lot of wrong there. What transpired. So yeah, tomorrow. So you're not doing it tomorrow now.
We'll save that tomorrow, and
yeah.
So hopefully Mike could fill in. You know, he's usually our third leg of the.
There you go. Yeah.
Of our the three gimps of conservative talk.
Yeah, there's. Oh, it's Steve. Okay, I didn't see Steve chime in.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve's a good dude. He and I were talking after the show last week. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and hopefully, I think I sent
wait
to Kai.
Oh, you sent a link to Kai? Steve's up late. I'm just thinking he's 5 hours ahead of us? Damn. 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy,
send
that's
him
like
a
getting
link.
Stupid o'clock almost.
Okay. All right. So
Did
this
Kai
time
drop in? Did Kai drop in? I didn't see
him. Yeah, he dropped in last week.
Yeah, but I didn't see him tonight yet. Is he floating around?
No, I haven't.
He popped in on 2K Drones this morning. Well, yeah, Steve, what are you doing up? Hiding from your mother-in-law? What are you doing? Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
I don't even know if he's online, so I sent him a link and maybe he'll pop in. We're just waiting for James. Come on, James. Start eating those waffles. We need an update on your pavilion.
See if Steve's awake. Maybe Steve would come on. He's working hard until now.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, it's 1:16 a.m. Oh yeah.
I got in trouble last week before the show went on. Marcus was talking about his Mavic 3 and I was talking smack about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he got so mad at me. I was like, and I want to buy one too, but I'm just like, I'm not buying one yet. I don't think it's all that great yet. It's kind of got the.
Well, if you were at Spin Up, you could have won one.
I know, but Ray won it, and that's pretty cool. Yeah. Ray Kelly won it, and he's a pretty nice guy. I guess.
Yeah, he is.
It's going to a good home. Is that is that the Mavic 3? That's not the Flymore or the Cine, right? That's
no, he got Mavic the 3. Cheapie.
Yeah, well, it ain't cheap. It's just like, I mean, but he needs to get a couple of batteries and stuff for it, and he can accessorize it, which is.
Here's my PayPal if you'd like to drop in a few bucks. That helps with the show, so I could get cool stuff to give away. And for Christmas, other than giving away that drone, I'm going to do some specials for Enstrom's candies. Instead of the little box, I'll get the
pounder.
Maybe I'll give away a half pound. Or maybe a pound. I might be able to work out. Or how you like portals?
Portals?
They're awesome.
I don't think I've had them.
They're cherry cordial. They're cordial.
Oh, like chocolate covered cherries, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, those things are addictive. Yeah, they're dangerous.
Oh man. Well, the ones they've got, they have milk chocolate and dark chocolate.
Really? Now I didn't know you could mix it.
I try to, I keep saying, all right, I'm going to only have 2 right now. And I'm always sneaking back. Okay, I'll just have 2.
Yeah, you can't stop. It's like Lay's potato chips.
They're so good.
One. Yeah. They're
way better than the those cheap Queen Anne's that you get from Walgreens or Walmart. Oh man, those are so sugary. Even those are addicting.
one vision aerial, yuck cherries, a little gross. Yeah, yeah, laughing a little gross. My mom used to make chocolate covered cherries. She had the molds and everything. She'd paintbrush on the chocolate and make they were pretty awesome. Sorry, Jim, man. I mean, I'm not opposed to Mavic 3. I really want, let's get this clear. The RC Pro is pretty badass, but until it's backward compatible with anything that currently uses the Fly app, I mean, at least Mini 2, Air 2S, and maybe Air 2, then they'll get my money, because I can't carry two monstrous controllers around. I still have Mavic 2, so I can't carry that smart controller in my bag plus a controller to carry. Yeah, something's got to give. Art, something has to give. My bag's
Well,
not
I
that
just
big.
have the older OcuSync 2 smart controller, which is nice.
That's what I have.
Now I've got my Mavic 2 Pro on and my Air 2.
Yeah. And the Air 2's, you notice the Air 2 is going to be a little laggy on there, because the smart controller hardware does struggle with it a bit, but it works. And I'm pretty sure that's why there's so much going on with the Mavic 3. That Fly for the Mavic 3 was just probably too much for the old smart controller. It's probably probably like stuttering and stuff.
All right, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City.
Yeah, Jim's all
Philippines. It is James. Hello.
Oh, look, he's still messing around. He's pouring coffee, waffles.
I really am.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to apologize for coming in a little bit late today. I was actually doing. I'm trying to get a video uploaded, because normally I upload Saturday night. So it's Saturday morning in the U.S. So they got the whole weekend for people to take a look at it. So, but last night we had some guests over, and that was the priority. So I didn't mess with any editing last night. And then I thought, oh my goodness, maybe I can multitask here, and maybe while you guys are doing, your first hour, because Chuck was I'm listening to you guys in the background. I had you on in the background. I'm trying to do you guys, trying to hear what's going in the conversation, and also do my editing. And I heard Chuck say something about the I don't know, what was your guess for breakfast this morning? You said
because of the lunar eclipse. I was guessing
it was the lunar eclipse. I heard the lunar eclipse comment.
I was saying maybe it'll be a switch because of the lunar eclipse. They'll do pancakes.
And you were half right. It was a switch. It was a switch up. I don't think we've ever done this before. We went to Clyde's. We went to Clyde's, the bakery shop inside the mall that we have here, the one that was like a big part of our Villa Feliz series.
I remember though.
Yeah. So we picked up, and we got a lot. We got like 10. We went overboard. We got like 10 Clydes, which is like 5 mornings. So we both have one in the morning. So this morning I had one. It's awesome pastry that had some kind of cream in it with the sliced almonds on the outside.
Right.
And Ness, what did you here? You see, Ness is actually, she's working over in the background over here.
Ness.
Actually, what did you have this morning? What was yours?
What?
Your Clydes.
Ooh, we had a little bit of wind noise there.
Something
Hear that a little
with egg in the middle and cheese.
And stuff.
So good.
Yeah. She had some kind of cheesy thing.
You guys can make omelets sometime.
Well, this is actually the first morning. This is the very first morning we sat back here in the pavilion. Even though the pavilion it's not done. There's and you'll see in the video that I was trying to upload this morning.
Later, Bill. By the way, see you, Bill.
You'll see that one. But we decided to come back here, sitting here this morning. And last night was really the first time, well, maybe the second time, we had guests over in evening time. And even with it being incomplete, I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna do. You'll see this in the video. We're kind of
seen us on our Apple.
But you see over here. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you got the ref in there, and
check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the microwave. Oh, cool.
I got the microwave in. I got the drawer. Can you see the pull out drawer? I don't know if you can see it over here.
Yeah.
I did the pull out drawer. So a lot of the accessories, they're supposed to go in last. But I have some logistics issue with the granite that I talk about. You'll see when you watch the video. I don't want to give away everything that's in today's episode. but I had some logistics issues. So I said, well, what can I do? I don't want to stop. So whatever I can possibly do before the granite gets here and work my way up to it. So that's what I did. I did some stonework. I put the appliances in. And I really didn't show. I wish I would have showed the detail about the microwave, because I did a modification. It's so cool. I'm going to have to bring it up in another. It actually slides. It's a nice sliding mechanism inside there, because
cool.
most people don't do that. Most people, for any cabinet mounted appliance that you have in your inside your house, which is what this is, there's a clip in the back, and you push it or on the sides, and it locks in place so it doesn't pull out and fall on children or small wives and things like that, so I do that. What? So I'll have to show how I actually did that. But yeah, so I'm doing everything that I possibly can while we're waiting on the granite to be delivered. But once the granite comes in, we're so close to being done. So, but I had some major problems this week with the delivery of that.
Yeah. Is that in the video?
Well, I talked about it in the video. Yeah.
Okay.
I talked about it in the video.
We'll wait for the video. I'm not going to steal.
So I did not want to stop totally and not have anything going on. So I did whatever I can. I built up as much stone as I could. I did something called easy rocks, and get it up to a point where when the granite comes, then I have 2 days worth of work that's already out of the way. And then it'll just take a little bit for me to get up to the bottom of the granite once it gets installed. So it wasn't a total loss so far. And then I got some things I can do tomorrow when I get back to work. I tell Ness now, when we wake up in the morning, we have breakfast, I said, okay, I got to go to work now. And I'm in the backyard. That's just the day.
Yeah. Lori's been pretty good about that. She's been letting me edit. She really wants the Scotland stuff to roll out in a timely fashion. So she's been nice to let me edit. Now, normally she's like, we have to do other stuff other than editing. Now she's like, Chuck, you have to edit up this other video.
Well, for the in the episode that I'm trying to upload, is that I started it. As a matter of fact, I canceled the upload because is my streaming okay? Is my
you look good.
Decent. Yep.
That's gonna be awesome, because I'm back here in the pavilion. This is where I plan on doing from now on. I plan on doing the
that's
from
really
back
cool.
here.
Cool.
And I was worried because
did you run Cat 6 out there, James, underground or anything?
I ran was PVC conduit that I can feed. I can feed
Cat 6 and everything.
In the event the Wi-Fi isn't stable enough.
Oh,
because remember,
dude,
it's just not going to be a streaming area back here, right? You see between these two posts, between this post and this post right here. Remember, that's the TV. That's gonna go back.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm so glad you thought about all that stuff and pulled it all through PVC to get it out there, because that's what you have to hardwire. You can't beat hardwire. I'm sorry, Wi-Fi is nice, but hardwire is where it's at.
Yeah, so. But I'm not going to share yet what this is going to look at. The solution, the technical solution that I have for that. But I think you two and everybody else is going to love it. And by the way, hi to everybody that's in the chat out there this morning. I saw a couple of. Welcome this morning to my PI Dream, and thanks, guys. I'm here, but I was really busy in the background, so I couldn't really do any interaction. But yeah, you're going to be excited about that. But there's so much stuff to be exciting about right now. There's so much stuff going on. I announced in the episode that you're going to see probably in about 2 hours from now. I announced that we're starting next week. Which is today's Sunday here. So probably Thursday, because I don't get the video until Wednesday from the build across the street from our wonderful Canadian neighbors that are building over there. Right. And I made the announcement that we're starting the new home build series for our Canadian neighbors across the street. And it's going to be super interesting, because I don't think anybody in the Philippines, no vlogger, that I have seen will be covering some of the stuff that's going on in this particular build, because of the challenges of the topography of the landscape on the back of this property and what they're going to do, and the work that's been done. I've captured everything. I've got all the video files right now. I have so many gigabytes of drone views of all the stuff that's going on with it, but I can't present it. I can't start the opening episode And because when I do new home build series, the first episode is the architectural review of the project that's going on. And there's been so many changes over the last 2 years of this build that we're going to be doing, that we're going to be covering. And even as of this week, there have been changes done. And the final rendering and all the changes, I think what they're going to call the final, won't be available to me until Wednesday. The architect promises me. And that's what I like to do with my opening episode number 1, is show you what to expect. This is what it should look like. And let's see if it looks like that at the very end, once the project is all completed. So we'll see about that. So that's what I'm waiting on for that one. But it's probably going to be my most exciting new home build series to date, other than our build here when we built Villa Fleas here. So it's going to be.
Guy says he's got a hot date. That's why.
Who has a hot date?
Yeah.
Who
Probably
that?
some Amazon girl he found. I don't know.
I am a girl from the Amazon. That sounds wild.
Yeah, probably some chick over 6 foot, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a nice view for somebody my height, like 5 foot something. It's perfect. I like it.
All right. I have Ness sent me. Well, Ness actually got. We didn't take any pictures last night, but Ness got a hold of. As a matter of fact, the couple that are building, the Canadian couple that are building, they came over last night. So let me just share with you just a few pictures from last night, and I just want to show you. It was actually the contractor for that build was here last night, as well as like several of his engineers were over here last night, as well as Gerard and V, our Canadian friends who were building. So let me go ahead and share you. I just popped up a few of the pictures. Let me hit the sharing, and you can kind of see why I was late this morning, because my head wasn't really too clear this morning when I woke up. Let's see. Okay, these are pictures. You can only share one at a time, right? One picture at a time. Yeah, well, that's all you can do. Yeah, no, it only lets you do one. I don't think I can't do it. Won't let me do the control. And so here, I'll share one at a time. So this is the first one. This is us actually having dinner here inside.
That one looks familiar.
Yeah,
always big parties though.
You see the lighting? How well
it looks great.
Yep.
The lighting turned out great. So so the folks that you see, the 3 younger ones on the left, are a couple of the engineers that they have here. The old guy next to them, you know who he is, and the one behind the old guy with the beard, that's the contractor for Caribbean Construction. And then Ness is on the other side of the table from me, and then the two in the back with the coats. You can tell they're Canadians because they're wearing coats here in the Philippines.
That's Canadians. That's funny.
Yeah, that's Gerard. Yeah, that's Gerard and V from Ontario, Canada. That's the one.
What's the temperature right now?
I'm going to say, I don't know what the temperature is right now.
Well, what was it when you took the picture?
Oh, when we took the picture, it was probably about 20. I'm going to say around 23 centigrade, whatever
that's like a heat wave for Canadians. Oh my God, they should be in like bathing suits.
Yeah,
you got it backwards.
They're still climatizing to the temperature inside here, and it was actually 23 for some reason. Is really cool here. I don't know, because I think it got, when I went in the house at the very end of the night around midnight, 12:30. It was around. I'm going to stop sharing this one. I'll give you one.
Where'd he go?
He knocked himself out.
When he comes back. One Vision Ariel is trying to send me an email. Do I just share my email address in the chat?
Sure, go ahead.
Do I have anything to worry about? Am I going to get spammed?
Okay, 23 degrees. Oh, it's 73 degrees.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. 23 is like room temperature. That's like, I thought it was 68. There he is. He's back.
He's back.
Who's wrong button? He says.
I'm so sorry, and I did. I hit the wrong button. There was a pop up, and I saw the X, and I thought the X meant stop sharing the screen, and it was
so. Actually, James, I hear the Philippines is finally opening up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. While I'm sharing you the couple of pictures, some of the guys sitting out by the swimming pool, and is that one right there? Okay, I got, and then I have one more that I just want to share real quick. And these were kindly sent in this morning by V. She's the one who actually took these pictures. One more share. This will be it. And where was it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. And they were in the pool. Well, Gerard and V had coats.
That was the one you just showed.
Is that the one I just showed? No,
yeah.
the one I the one I just showed was the bridge.
Was nice. Yeah.
It was the bridge.
Oh, okay.
So you could see they were enjoying the swimming pool, even though I thought it was rather cool. It was too cool for me to get into it, but they were having a good time inside the pool. And you really you can enjoy the swimming pool 365 days out of the year here. During the daytime, it's really nice. That's when I go in during the cooler season, which is November, December, and January. You're pretty much like in the U.S. And but I normally go in the daytime because it's getting really warm right now. What was your question? Oh, your question about the situation opening up here. Really, really good news, and it happened so quickly. Within 1 week, because we took Gerard and V with us. We had to do some shopping. We had to go to Wilcon to get some parts for the pavilion build, but they also had to go and pick up a few things. So we went to SM Lipa, which is the big mall here, and Wilcon, which is like the equivalent of Lowe's or Home Depot in the U.S.
Right.
And since they had to go, we asked them if they wanted to go with us, and we're going to the same place. So we all consolidated, and we all went to these places together. But what I noticed, because we were there 1 week before getting parts for the pavilion project, and everybody's wearing 1 week ago. Everybody's still wearing the full mask, the face shield, with the face mask, and in the restaurants were not so densely populated, and with all the social distancing where you couldn't sit. Nobody could sit next to you in a seat. They said you cannot sit in this seat. And some of the restaurants have the big plexiglass, even between you and your spouse. You got this big plexiglass shield in between you inside the. But we went. What was it? Was it
Friday? Kind of like
Friday or Saturday?
Get Smart's Cone of Silence.
Like Cone of Silence. That's like
Friday.
Win Ben Stein's money in the soundproof booth.
Hey, that's right. That's what it's like. Yeah. So we went Friday because Friday was a brownout here. We had like a 7 or an 8 hour brownout here. So we took advantage of that to go shopping. And it was like you go into places and they're like, there's no more face shield requirement. We went to the mall. We're like, what's going on? Why aren't people wearing face shields inside here? All the face shields, you still have to wear the mask, the requirement. But the face shield, we didn't see anybody. And the restaurants were packed. We went to the number one. Do you know what lomi is? And Art, you probably had lomi over here before.
Mm-hmm.
It's a noodle.
No, I haven't had, but I know what it is.
You know what it is? It's like a noodle, the very thick noodle with like a brown gravy, and they put all these different type of like it looks like a little sausage thing, a breaded kind of sausage thing, something. So it's like some of the rind of, like when you get pork rinds, the crispy pork rinds, they put little things in it. It's really good if you make it right. But I think the number one shop here is called Liam's Lomi House, and we introduced Gerard and V to Liam's, and I think they really liked it there.
Cool.
But this was a Friday. It was packed. It was full. We had to wait. I think we had to wait and find a vacant table inside there. And where you used to park behind it, which you used to put about a dozen cars back there, a dozen vehicles. It's no more parking anymore. They had to extend all the tables out inside there. And it's all tables now. It's no parking in that area anymore. And it was packed. The place was absolutely packed. And it's like, because when you eat, you have to take your mask off to eat. And there was no restrictions for spacing, no vacant seat behind. It was packed inside there. So obviously, the protocol, the national advisories, and
Right.
They're relaxing. They're relaxing a lot of that now. So I'm hoping the next thing is going to be for entry for tourists that come inside. I'm hoping they're going to start relaxing the quarantine requirements that they have inside, and I think they will. I think I mentioned that last time. There's been talk about it, so I think.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
we're going the other way here in New York. They're thinking of cranking it back down again.
Yeah, they're talking about mask mandate here in Jefferson County.
Well, you know, and
Saturday,
there's a difference. Yeah, well, the comparison between the United States and the Philippines, and a lot of it has to do with climate. You know, the U.S. is going into flu season, normal flu season,
that's true.
And that's only going to exacerbate a lot of the issues with the COVID.
I don't want to get into it all on here, but I'm not a big fan of this booster bullshit personally.
Yeah. So
well, we'll save that for tomorrow.
For tomorrow. Yeah. I might have to jump in on that tomorrow because, I've got some issues with that crap.
Well, we are actually, Ness and I are looking forward. We have a trip planned for the spring back in the U.S. because we haven't seen our family for 2 years. I mean,
so you're going to get boosted if you have to, whatever it takes to.
Well, we're going to get because
we Lori and I did to go to Scotland. We did whatever it took, and I'm not so sure I'm happy what.
Well, we got the Sinovac. We got the Sinovac, which is basically it's almost like a traditional flu shot, like you would normally get. They take the live virus and they kill it, and then. That's what normally over all the years in the past.
That's the old school way of doing it.
Yeah, it's not the synthetically made like Pfizer and Moderna and J&J.
With the RNA, sequencing,
So we're certainly
stuff's unsettling.
Yeah, so Ness and I are both certainly going to attempt to get whatever the booster is or whatever one of the synthetic ones because
I gotta wait until December to get mine.
Yeah, we firmly believe that right there. If we have both of those, that we're kind of covered across the board. Right. And by the time that we get there, if there's any, because what was the last one, like the Delta variant or whatever the different variants that they have inside there. By the time we get there, they should have well-established modifications to whatever the recipe that they cook up for the synthetic.
So it took. Well, you guys can talk about it tomorrow, Art, but it seems kind of interesting that they can whip up this Delta variant fix in like a matter of weeks, and it took forever to do the first one. Just saying. Okay, let's stop. We'll stop. Okay. I'll stop.
So you think I'm thinking if I do come, it would probably be February or March.
No, I don't think the quarantine. You need to sit back patiently and wait.
You need to
wait till you get to, because you don't want to waste 8 to 10 days sitting inside.
No, we went through the same thing. Lori and I went through the same thing traveling to Scotland. We wanted to make sure that we weren't going to have to do that 14-day timeout because that was going to make it. Well, Art's a working guy too. He knows it just makes it impossible. You can't do that and then travel too. I mean, that's all your vacation time.
Yeah. Well, I'm optimistic. So
the company I work for was sold a little over a year ago, where I used to get 200 hours of vacation because I've been at the company for 20 plus years. I think after you've been there 10 years, then you're maxed out at 200 hours. So now with the new company, it's like starting over, but I'm not starting way over. I get 120 hours, so that's 3 weeks.
That's still not bad. That's still not bad at all.
Yeah, I know, but it's not as good as 5 weeks like I had before.
Yeah, 5 weeks and 3 weeks are way different, especially at our age. It's like,
well, especially where I live, because I don't have a carport or a garage, and my car has to sit out in the parking lot. And when we get snow, sometimes I can't get to work.
So you burn a
day.
If
they don't call a snow day, I have to use up a vacation day for that.
Yeah.
Or a sick day.
You know how much vacation time I get? I get 8,760 hours of vacation time with the job that I'm working at right now. That's
Can we throw him out of the stream?
Oh, Trevor's got some good news. He said vaccinated people will be able to travel to no quarantine in December. Awesome.
So that's like Scotland too. Same thing. The UK was.
I'm hoping that's what'll happen
Yeah.
in the Philippines, and I could.
I think it will. I think it will.
Yeah.
Well, I know it will, but how quick it comes, I'm not
Yeah,
sure. But
that's
said,
the other.
things are getting better. It's just taking time.
Yeah. Although I don't really. They're doing. They have the back. As a matter of fact, the mall. The reason why we couldn't park at the mall when we went to the mall, where we normally park, for the past 6 months to a year, the multi-tier covered parking, the high-rise parking, has been only for vaccines. People going in for vaccines inside there. So there's a limited parking that they have now over there. But obviously, people are getting vaccinated over here. Maybe not at the rate that they should be, but there's a positive vaccine system going on here. And again, it must be working because they're reducing. I don't know I haven't been following the news with the numbers and all for the active cases and things like that. But things must be working out where they can actually start doing and start reducing these, which is good. I'm glad to see that.
I hear birds. I hear all kinds
of nice
stuff. Your ambiance is pretty cool.
It's I don't have the waterfall going in the swimming pool right now. Usually in the morning time we'll cut turn the waterfall on, and it's just from right here. It's just like, because check it out. This is the view from the pavilion right there.
Wow.
Going inside. And it's just it is so relaxing. This is probably one of the best upgrades this pavilion that we went forward with this project right here. So I'm really
James, I've got a photo for you that I'm going to share.
It reminds me
These were just born a few days ago. My girlfriend's pig farm is getting bigger.
Yeah, piglets.
Yeah.
I see Lee Chan.
I smell bacon.
Yep.
Bacon, like Homer Simpson. That's so mean, right?
Lee Chan. Oh,
bacon.
Yeah.
Bill's checking out. So, oh God, politics.
Oh, take care, Bill. Good to see you. Thanks for
later, Bill.
coming in.
Bill.
Bill's married to a Filipina, so I got to talk to her when we were down at Spin Up. He called her and he used on the new cars they have this thing where you could talk on the phone through the car, and so I said to his wife, "Kumusta?" And she's like,
"Mabuti."
and Bill said, "You just said Kumusta." Oh, okay.
Kumusta.
That's hello in Tagalog.
Yeah. Isn't that similar to Spanish? It sounds similar to Spanish, like "Como está?"
Yeah, that's "Como está?"
Yeah, it's similar though.
¿Cómo está usted? How are you today?
Yeah.
Well, the Spanish have a big influence. Remember, because before the Americans kicked the Spanish out, the Spanish were the ones.
Is that what it is? Okay.
They occupied the Philippines up until what?
Hence
early
that makes
1898.
Yeah, right around 1900. Yeah.
Yep.
When the Spanish occupied.
That.
And then the Americans came in, kicked out. They assisted the Filipinos and they kicked out the Spanish, and then they actually started to become like an occupying force.
That's not saying
Ness is calling you.
And then the Filipinos kicked us out.
Don't ignore Ness. She's pissed at you.
When
1521.
Oh, 15 from 1521.
3 centuries, 3
Yep.
centuries.
333.
When Magellan came here,
Yep.
and so they occupied for a long
3
time.
centuries.
Yeah, they took
Yep.
over the Philippines, and then the Philippines is like,
Yeah,
enough of
for about
this.
300
We want our
years.
country.
Yep.
We want our
Oh.
country back. And then the Americans come and say, "Well, we'll help
Then
you."
we come in and yep. They
And then
And then the
they
Americans
were
came.
sort of kind of like, you guys aren't as bad as the Spanish, but we still want to be independent. So
yeah.
so after World War II, on July 4th, 1946, they became independent.
Yeah, well, comparatively speaking, and it had to, because you know, during the 1500, 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, when countries like Spain and England, and I mean, they were
Oh, the
going
Netherlands.
they were going all around to try to get new territories around the world, because it was everything was kind of like open grab at that time. So they had a fleet. You know, their fleet was so big because they've already established themselves, and America is quite young at that point. You know, we're just starting to find our own political system, and we haven't even when they were coming over during the late 1700s, early 1800s, we're still our own territory in the U.S. So when they sent it over, the Spanish and the British were an army, a navy to really reckon with. So they were really established. So when the Filipinos decided they wanted to kick out the Americans, we really didn't have a big amount of forces over here, so it was quite easy for them to kick us out of the country. It was almost like, plus the fighting is very different. It's very difficult to go into a country like what happened with us in Vietnam, when you have jungle warfare, and that's kind of what you have over here. We're just not used to fighting in hot tropics and places like that. And this is where they live. They can live inside the trees and the brush and stuff like that. So it was really difficult.
We were able to push the Japanese out of New Guinea and the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yep.
So another history story in the Philippines.
Got a little bit of history about the Philippines. You know what? I just saw a video about a fortress in Manila Bay called Fort Drum.
I know
the concrete battleship. That was really interesting to see that.
You'll see Marianne's, she's here. She's not feeling well right now. When I was putting in that door, the door to the underneath the sink, the stainless steel door inside there, before I put the door inside there, she turned that space underneath into her doghouse. So that's where she's been for about a week now. That's where she's been hanging out. Then I put the door on it, and I thought she'd be like, let me out. But it's now she has a door on her house, and she has her own privacy. So she's like, don't open the door. I want to say, don't bother me. I'm inside here. But she's not feeling well right now, and I have a feeling she got bit. Because she remember I told you in the past, she chases reptiles, the lizards, the tuco, the tuco, and the biawak, and cautiously snakes, but she doesn't approach a snake. But I think she got bit by something, because she has 2 marks on her back. And at first I thought she got up. I was talking to Gerard and V last night, because when I washed her, it all cleaned up. But at more careful inspection this morning, it looks like she got bit by something. So I think she got bit by, she might have even got bit by a snake. I don't know. Because she's been really lethargic and not wanting to eat. She didn't eat dinner last night. She didn't eat dinner the night before last. So we're cautiously watching her and seeing how she's doing. But that's her little shelter inside. She's been hanging inside the sink well area over there.
I see.
Yeah,
probably something crawled in there, and when she got in there,
well, not in there. I don't think it was in there, but we just have so many places around here that reptiles can where
Or
I
the
told
big
you this.
frog.
Yeah, there's so many
Oh,
places
we
for them to
got
hide.
Steel Man 58.
The big
There he
frog.
is. And I was expecting. I thought maybe he would stop by this morning and do a photo bombing behind us. But since I showed the pictures, he's actually he and his wife are the first people we coordinated with the homeowners association and the developer, who the developer right now until they turn over all the common areas to the HOA for the turnover. They own all the common areas, which is like the clubhouse, the tennis courts, the meditation garden, all the amenities. They own all that right now. So what we did is we made a proposal to the developer because they got a very nice apartment right above the swimming pool at the clubhouse. Very nice. So we said to help people who are building inside here, only residents inside that own a property, and they're in the process of building a house. During that small time period that they're building a house, would he be willing to rent out that apartment? Because what he was using, developer, that was his personal property. That's where he stayed when he came to visit the site here. And very nice guy, very nice family. He said, yeah, why not? And then we said, and also the rent money, can the HOA get the rent money? And he's like, yeah, why not? So so we did that.
Wonderful.
So they are actually they are the first occupants of this new program that we have. Renting out for people who are in the process of property owners who are in the process of building. And it's really nice. The bedroom has these big glass windows that overlook the swimming pool. It's very nice. Maybe they'll take a picture sometime and share that with us. So they are they are literally walking distance from the clubhouse.
Oh, that's nice.
To their build right across
Not
the street.
like your walk when you had that.
Not my 2 kilometer
off-site.
not my 2 kilometer walk. No, not like that. 2 kilometers each way.
You had a lot of really good B-roll in that, which was cool.
I did, and it was interesting, and you got to what was so important about that. You really got to feel what the life of a small barangay and the people. You get to see the real thing.
For me,
and that. Oh, Chuck, am I boring you?
I'm just getting sleepy. That's all.
Yeah.
Art knows I was wrenching all afternoon. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. Weren't you sucking on some wine earlier?
That didn't help, by the way.
Oh, that'll do it. That's what happened to me last night. Gerard and V brought wine. V brought wine, and Romeo, the contractor,
water now though.
He brought like a case. He brought like a case of beer here. All.
Oh, some
kinds.
Red Dragon.
Well, he didn't. No, what? It's not Red Dragon. What do they call that?
Red Horse.
Red Horse. Yeah. That's what it is. I can't drink that. It's too strong even for me. So I told him, if you ever bring it, it's not. I won't drink that.
Oh, the other one that I like is San Miguel.
San Mig. Well, it's what the little mini ref. It's full of San Mig right now. It's full of San Mig.
I like those.
And
the local Asian market. They've got both Red Horse and San Mig, and then they have some of the other Asian beers.
Well, I got to tell you, if you like apple cider, I don't know if you're a fan of it or not, but if you are, the San Mig apple flavored beer, it's the best beer for a hot weekend afternoon, and if you're just kind of lounging around, or even if you're mowing the yard and you like beer, it's a great beer. It doesn't have a high alcohol content.
I hate
beer. It's really it's refreshing. It's almost like, well, it kind of is like apple cider, you know.
Yeah. Well, I like their
very popular
San Mig Negro.
What do you mean you hate Jack? What do you mean you hate beer? I saw you in those breweries.
I was kidding. I'm totally kidding.
All those microbreweries that you're always showing.
Lori and I might have found the brewery in Scotland that's further north than any other. Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Uh-oh. I think
I got this.
We had to find a brewery. It was mandatory. We had to find one. It's a quest.
Okay, now I can say so. Okay,
Sorry.
I just I bought a still so I could distill water from my CPAP machine because boy, that just dries your nose and your mouth. So it's got a humidifier on there, so I distill the water and I have nice good water, so it doesn't
Powder-free
screw up
water.
my
Yeah, get all
my
powdery and stuff.
humidifier.
Yeah, it gets
So
all the lime and
and
crap.
then I found out I could distill spirits with it.
Can
Sure
you?
can.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
they have
Sure.
a kit that you could buy that you can make spirits in small batches.
Go Uncle Jesse.
That still.
Like Uncle Jesse.
Yep.
Making some moonshine.
I got to tell you,
Them
I gotta
Dukes,
tell
them Dukes.
I'm not an expert. I went cheap where you do the home brewing, and I bought one of those. And people who are true into
Beer.
making their own beer and stuff like that, they
Yep,
would
my
laugh.
dad
They would
was into
laugh.
that.
I had a Mr. Beer. You know the Mr. Beer?
My friend gave me one of those, and I have to throw it out. It's in my garage. It's been this guy's like.
Oh, I gotta tell you though. It made some of the best beer that I've ever had. The beer that I brewed. It's simple. It's very simple to do this, but I cut my teeth there, and now it makes me want to go to the next level. But the thing is,
you have a whole channel on that, James, on brewing beer. It'd be a whole.
But it's expensive. It's when you first start out, when you buy all the stainless steel things that you have to get. And I don't know, for me, because I don't think that's a big thing in the Philippines. I really don't think people do that. I would love to be able to do that here, but I think sending the stuff through the mail with the customs and everything like that might be prohibitive cost wise to do that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the whole brewing thing. I already have too many hobbies, so I'm stopping. The YouTube channel's enough for me. That's keeping me occupied.
Did it show you how hardcore my dad was into beer making? He grew hops.
Yeah. Oh.
Right off the side of our house.
Oh, on the
vines.
Had grew the vines.
Twine where he had
vines. Yeah.
The hops grow on the vine. Yep.
Those are vines. Yeah,
he did that, vines. And he would make the dark beers. He'd make the pilsners and the lagers.
Lagers are hard. Ales are easy. Lagers, it's much more difficult to brew a lager than an ale. That's why ales are so common, because they're so easy.
We got so many bananas.
Yeah, there you go. You can make banana.
If you could make banana beer, I'd be in there, man.
I had banana beer on Maui. They had banana beer.
Did they really?
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah, banana.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look that up because I have so many.
Of it. I know we went to this. There's this really cool pie shop on the way to the house we were renting, and we stopped and they had banana beer. And I remember I bought a bottle. I must have checked it in on Untapped. There's no way I didn't check that one in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could handle banana beer.
It wasn't true banana games. It just was.
Well, you got all kinds of fruit plants there. You got your. Well, you bought what was that? A sampler of all the different kinds of spirits from the Philippines. They had.
No, that was liqueurs.
Liqueurs, yeah.
Yeah, the company came here and gave us a gift of, like 8, 10, 12 different liqueurs, and they're really good to add to recipes. The liqueurs are really good, just over ice. A small brandy glass or something.
There you go, Lipa banana beer. Delivered by the drone.
There's a business opportunity right there.
There you go, James.
There you go.
I'm looking up my beer history to see if I can find it.
Well, and you got coconuts. You can make coconut.
Well, I think coconut's not so much for liqueur. Coconut liqueur.
Never checked it in. Nope, nothing in my. Well, whatever. Go figure.
Then you have your mangoes. You can make. Well, here they've got Mike's Hard Lemonade. They've got mango flavored. They've got
all these ciders. The ciders are all the rage. They like
Well,
the microbreweries.
Yeah.
everything,
Like ciders.
all of our
do I have
citrus
any?
trees and the mango tree. As a matter of fact,
Look up
if
my
I
beer
wanted,
bottles.
if I sprayed in about 1 week, if I sprayed ammonium nitrate, a very diluted solution on our Indian mango, we would get mangoes this year. And I'm teeter-tottering now whether to do that or wait 1 more year. So, and then we have a Chukanan mango, which is really known as a Thai mango. It's right at the entranceway coming into this pavilion. And this year, finally, it's taken off. I don't know if I could turn. I got all these wires connected to this. I don't know if you could see right there. There's a little mango right, maybe about two meters away from the front of the pavilion. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. You see?
Yeah. Oh,
okay. So I don't know if you can see that. I can't see what you're seeing because I'm on the laptop. I'm not on the phone or anything like that. So it's doing what they call a push right now. This is the on mango trees. Mangoes do a push, and that's where if you do a pruning of the leaves at the end, that the one that you cut pushes a bunch of all these new, and it's usually like at least three, 4, sometimes 5 new limbs that grow off. And those are what will produce, if you spray those after the tree is about 5 years old and you do a light spraying of the ammonium nitrate, and there's 2 different things that they do to stimulate. It does something that stimulates the production of the fruit. So this is the first year we've gotten all these there, and it's all over. So that means probably in about 2 years, that one. And I'm excited about that one because that's the Thai mango. And the one that we have that could produce this year, that's the Indian mango. And the Indian mango doesn't produce the real sweet ones. It produces the one that you hear them people sometimes they say they put salt. They put a little bit of salt or sugar on there on the mango. It's a little bit bitter. It's a little bit bitter, sour. That's true. Yeah. That is true. So with everything, and some plants are now this year for the first time are growing some citruses here. So the best is yet to come. I will tell you that right now. Best is yet to come. So
awesome.
And hopefully by the time you come here, Art, I only have one of the dragon fruits that are still on the one pole of bamboo that hasn't fallen down from the typhoon.
Right.
The other ones are not dead. They're in the ground and they're still growing. They're all about this tall, but it takes about 1.5 to 2 years to get to the height of the one that actually produces. So I got to fix that. When this is done, that'll be one of my quick fixes over there on the raised bed garden. So we can get all the dragon fruit.
I want to say hello to Newfound Drone Productions. Good to see you.
NDP.
Well, just be glad you don't have kudzu in your country
like Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, Tennessee. Yeah.
That's
a lot of those places in the southeast.
Yeah, that's one of the most invasive plants that I've ever seen.
Yep.
Not Creeping Charlie.
They came from China.
Really?
All the good stuff comes from China, like the freaking murder hornets that are like the size of our heads.
I thought it came from South America. Like those red fire ants that we have inside. That came from South America. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're thinking of the killer bees. They came from South America.
Did they come from South
America?
The
red ant. That's where the red ants came from. They came over on cargo.
Those
they ride over on a boat.
You know the fire ants when they bite you, it's like it stings really bad. And
you get like a pimple on you too.
Yeah.
Newfound Drone Productions wants to know what kind of citrus fruit you have.
Well, let me. You know what I did, and let me see. Let me find it. Hold on a second. I wrote down a long time ago what we planted. So what I did when I planted all these citrus trees around here. I put a little white name card that you put in the ground, you know, that you can put that will identify what the tree is. And I did a permanent black magic marker on it, but the sun is so strong here. What ended up happening, it faded, and there's not one. It's all white. There's no letters on there anymore. So we have musical citrus trees here, or what's in the ground is the game that we're going to play around here. And what's going to happen is we have to wait till it starts producing some fruit before I can exactly say what it is. But I will tell you what I have planted. I wrote it down because we picked up most of these fruit trees we picked up from Mahogany Market in Tagaytay. They have a specialty of dwarf trees, and since our backyard is so small, we wanted to maximize the amount of trees that we could have different types of fruits back here. So we chose all the dwarf varieties. But this is what we have. We have, and I'll tell you, I'll give you the name of everything we planted and what died because of stupid things that I did. We have jackfruit, gayabano, calamansi, cacao, avocado, apple guava, cashew, poncan, sun-kissed orange, mandarin, pomelo, lanzones, the London, pomegranate, chican and mango, centauris, chico, and atis. Now, of all of these trees that we have back here, the cacao, which makes chocolate, it makes chocolate. It's the chocolate nut that you scrape and you actually make cocoa out of that. That died when we put the swimming pool in. 2 trees died when we put the swimming pool in. I tried to relocate it, and it didn't like the transplant. I lost that, and I lost a sun-kissed orange, but I've since replaced the sun-kissed. And the sun-kissed orange that we had, it's just like the navel oranges that you get from California. You know, that's what the sun-kissed orange is right here. And I was getting oranges from it the first year. I couldn't believe this thing was making oranges the first year. But I just replaced it, and that's a new tree. So we'll have. I just replaced it 1 year ago, but it's not. It's very, very small. It's a small seedling.
Oh, Gerard says you need to plant a money tree.
A money tree.
You and me both.
I need. Yeah, I really do.
I use one of those things. Drone money.
What was the other? It seemed like there was another one.
You should get money tree.
I should get them. Did you hear that?
You got your Lantundan and.
Then the banana plants. Then the banana plants, I had the Cavendish, Lantundan, and the Sabah I have here. So I have the 3. Sabah is only for cooking. You don't really eat it like a regular banana. It's for cooking. And then the Lantundan and the Cavendish. And the Cavendish, if I haven't explained this to anybody here that didn't hear talk about it before, it's like the Chiquita bananas that you traditionally get in the regular super. They're big. They're the real long ones. Then the Lantundan, they're smaller bananas, but they're my favorite. They're smaller, but they have a lemony, citrusy taste to them. Besides the banana, they are my absolute favorite bananas in the Philippines so far. And then Dave and Emily from Balikbayan Farming with Dave and Emily, they have some other varieties. They have what's called vanilla ice cream variety. Now, Ness really likes it. And I asked them to give me, please share with us a seedling. And I'm still waiting on that from Dave and Emily. So I can have one of those for Ness, for her to have those. I'm not a big fan of the vanilla. I thought it would taste like vanilla ice cream, but I don't think it does. I think it actually lacks some flavor. And then they have another one that they're growing right now. It's called the red banana. But they said, they have banana, but they haven't harvested. They're getting ready to do. I think they told me they're getting ready to do their first harvest of red bananas. So I want to taste it. But even if it's not something I particularly care, I want the different varieties of banana, and I want to be able to share those with my neighbors too, who like these different varieties. So I want to collect different varieties of bananas. Now, Emily, she collects fig trees. She has all these fig trees out of Japan that she sent over, and they have a fig tree club she belongs to.
Jose.
So yeah, that's the one thing. If I have to, a nice thing about a banana plant, not like a regular tree that gets a big trunk in the bottom. Banana plant, if you don't like it, you just dig it up from the ground and it's gone. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. So there was your lesson on citrus.
All right.
Too many
Got
damn
our
trees.
banana history there.
Yeah, history of bananas. If I don't get
So
eating some bananas downstairs in the kitchen, I'll be making banana bread because these things are getting
Oh,
ripe.
there you go.
fast.
Oh yeah, you got a good recipe for banana bread?
My mom has a decent one.
Yeah. Well, everybody's mom is like
Everybody's mom has a good banana bread
the-
recipe, but I don't know how special her banana bread recipe is.
My mom was banana pudding. Banana pudding. That was
banana pudding.
That was her specialty. Banana pudding, and she made two kind of lemon meringue pie.
I was just gonna say my mom has a lemon meringue pie recipe.
Oh, I love lemon meringue.
She stole it from my best friend's mom. It's like from Sunkist. It's really amazing.
Wait, Gerard, let me tell you. I think olives would grow here. I think they would, but it's a problem getting them started. I brought from the U.S. We grow olives at our house in Charleston, and I brought clippings from that, and I put them in. I did the clipping. I put it in a bag with some paper, some moist paper. I was starting to get some roots, but when I got them here, none of my seedlings survived. And I really would love to have an olive tree, because you can really prune down, and the olive trees will grow. They'll grow fairly big, but those are ones that you can actually manage and prune properly and keep it small. And you can grow an olive tree inside a pot, because that's what we have in Charleston. Is our olive trees are in pots. And they produce in the pot. They produce olives. So if you can find somebody that has a seedling that you can get seedlings and survive with roots and everything right here, I think they would. I think they would do good. Yeah, chili peppers. We have so many chili peppers around this yard. They're falling. The chili peppers are falling to the ground all over the place. And you know what happens when the chili peppers fall to the ground? They make chili pepper plants. So we got them all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like marigolds here in the U.S.
Yeah. I don't see marigolds around here. I haven't seen anybody. I'm sure they would grow fine over here, but I haven't seen anybody with marigolds.
Well, we've got grow facilities here where they grow different kinds of marijuana plants because it's legal here in Colorado. So you're driving down the highway on the way to work, and depending on what day of the week is, and you can just smell that wafting over the highway.
No, it's pretty dank. Yeah, I remember Lori and I we had just gotten to Colorado and we're driving down the road. I'm like, what the hell? It was like an indoor grow house or something. I think we drove by.
They're like greenhouses, and they just grow marijuana.
Stuff just stinks.
Yeah, it does.
Stinky.
Yeah. You don't really hear much about that over here, especially since
nobody's talking, but everybody's growing it over there. Nobody's talking about it.
Well, I don't know. Especially like I said,
a day over there
since the Duterte administration over here, because they did the big crackdown on drugs over here. So I think especially if you're a foreigner, you want to be really careful about when you're retiring over here, and if you want to stay, because it would be so easy for them to kick you out of the country over here. And I don't hear anybody really talking about it, even in the barangay, which years ago, all these smaller barangays, it was a major problem. There's a huge problem with drug dealers and drug users inside these places. But since Duterte, it's like it still goes on. I'm sure it still goes on, but not to the extent, because the prisons were starting to get full around here, and there was,
Mhm.
you know, his policy, which, you know, a lot of people complain around the world, had to do with, you know, putting people to death for these kind of offenses, big drug dealers, you know, like,
Mhm.
we're not going to spend the money in the prison, you know, we'll just put you to death, you get the death penalty and stuff like that. So, but you don't really hear about it. So I doubt you're in any time in the near future you're going to see legalization of cannabis, marijuana inside
Yeah.
the Philippines, and recreational use, stuff like that, because, you know, this is it's a religious country.
Yep.
Catholicism is very strong inside here, and they have a very conservative approach to things like that.
Where are we
Chuck?
at? What are you doing?
Chuck, when's your next brewery tour, or your getaway vlogging? When is that? You got something
Tomorrow.
planned tomorrow?
Less than 12 hours. Yeah. I think my notifications aren't getting sent by YouTube. Like, I have friends telling me that they have notifications on, they're not getting them. What's up with that? That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
What is YouTube doing to me? What are they doing? I mean, seriously. I mean, if people subscribe, they click notifications, and then they're not getting notified. What's up with that shit? That's just wrong. Yep. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yep, I hear you. That's why I go on Facebook and I say, yeah, please, you know,
I use Facebook.
Another purge. Go make sure that you're still subscribed to your
your
channel.
Facebook's not doing me any favors either. They seem to Facebook's changed. They kind of filter stuff out too.
Well, I have to do Facebook because our second biggest subscriber base is the Philippines. U.S. is first. I've told you in the past, and the Philippines is second. And comparatively, because of the size of how many millions of people that we have in the U.S. compared to the millions of people inside the Philippines, really our number one, if you compared the ratio to the size of the country and the amount of the people, actually the Philippines is number one. We have our highest demographics is the Philippines when it comes to that. But the Philippines is everybody is on portable devices. You know, your smartphones, smartphones, and tablets and stuff like that. Yeah. They don't really do a lot. So the notification thing doesn't do me really good, I don't think, for the people who have that. Maybe it does, but my best way to get the word out to the subscribers in the Philippines is they also subscribe to me on Facebook. Now I don't really do Facebook, and I've said that in the past. I am it's like
I rarely see you on there
because it's a socializing thing, because it opens up Pandora's box when with people calling you on Messenger and video. It's ringing and ringing. All these people want to do video, and it's difficult for me to pay attention to give the. So I find I want to focus on YouTube for my mainstream for doing everything, but to get the word out to the people in the Philippines, I always put, whenever I post on YouTube, immediately I go over to Facebook and I put the link on there real quick. It's there, it's out, it posts it, then I close Facebook up.
I've been doing that too. I'll put the YouTube link up on there and put the APB out. But it is weird though. I guess Steelman just wrote that, you know, many subscriptions that he had to resubscribe because they ceased to work with notifications. So what's up with that? That's just, is it a glitch?
So anyway, do you get a notification? Do you guys get a notification when I upload a video?
Yeah, I do.
You get a note. Okay. So I didn't know. Nobody said anything to me, so I don't know what's happening.
That's why I asked Art earlier in the show. I'm like, I didn't see anything from. I've been busy today, but normally I'll see like the notification drop in. And I didn't see anything. I thought that was kind of weird. So,
if you're still up, like I said, the video is done. I have to delete the one I started uploading.
Oh, I did that earlier, James.
I have to do it because I had to stop it for this to be able to get into you guys' show.
Well,
today.
I had to re-render mine like.
That's
this morning.
That's hard. That's horrible when you got to re-render.
It was my own fault, right? I uploaded
especially if it's a 4K.
Yeah, well, it pissed me
Yeah.
off because I uploaded it, and then it's like I played it. I'm like, it truncated. It's my fault when I rendered it on DaVinci. I ended up truncating the end of it. So then the last time I did it, I uploaded it, and I had added some subtitles and stuff because there's some stuff that was hard to hear. And yeah, they didn't make it in the last cut. I'm like, DaVinci changed the settings on me and didn't like bake in its subtitles. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's going without subtitles. Deal. This is like, I was just so tired this time.
Well, you said, I think in the last time, I think last Saturday or Saturday night for you guys, Sunday. You said that I had a duplicate segment that
I thought
Yeah,
so.
there
Did you have a
was.
part that, like,
Yeah.
kind of
did
played
I
over
did
again?
I
Yeah.
was it
so.
the same? Did I do that? Did I miss that? Okay, I
Yep.
do that some. I
So-
rarely
oh,
do
it's so
that
easy
anymore.
to do, though. It's
But
like,
I did that. I did. Okay. I didn't go back and look at the part that you're talking. And I got to tell you, I'm not going back in and editing that portion. I'm not
No,
doing
dude.
that.
It's like that's why I told Lori. She's like, "Really? You put subtitles?" I said, "Well, you couldn't hear us that well." So yeah, I did. And then it was kind of cool. And then they got dropped anyway, thanks to my last correction in the rendering. They got unchecked because in DaVinci
Well-
you have to go and you have to put the subtitles in, and then you have to go down in your settings before you render and basically burn them into the video, or they're a separate file. And
Well, I got to tell you what my fault is. Sometimes when those do slip like the one you said I slipped, that I did a duplicate of a scene.
yeah,
It'll be one of those kind of things. Normally what I do is in the evening time before I post, what I like to do,
just watch it.
I like to go I watch it. I'll watch my own video. I'll go through it.
Yeah, and
But
that's
what
what I
happens
should have done, but I wanted to get it up and posted before 2K drones. I want to be able to share the link on 2K drones. So I kind of haste makes waste. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
But what I
all.
do a lot of times, I sit on the couch, and the couch is really comfortable. And like what you tell me sometimes, my videos kind of put you to sleep sometimes. And that's what I'll do. I'll be watching, I'll be editing it. And then I'll like nod off. And I don't know if I nod off for 30 seconds or 3 minutes. And I'll wake back up and I'm like,
Lori's caught me like this before. Like she's caught me sleeping. I'm holding my phone. Sometimes I'll sleep and I'm actually snoring. I'm holding my phone out in front of my face and I'm snoring.
Yeah. Well, it's like yours. You're and some of mine are like that. When you do the accompanying music inside there, some of the music that we select, we like it because it's so relaxing. But it's too relaxing, and it will literally it's like listening to meditation music that you need to go to sleep at night. It's like
I gotta tell you though, I've been having so much fun finding music for these vlogs from Scotland because the music's so awesome on Epidemic.
Yeah,
some really cool stuff, and it's just like, wow, I hope I can use this somewhere. It's really cool. I have like this whole library of stuff that I downloaded because it's just so nice.
Well, I tell people what did Andrew say, or James falls asleep for 3 hours. I got to tell you, I tell a lot of people, if you're an insomniac and you're having problems, watch my videos.
Your video?
Yeah. I think it
can be tough for me, James. At time, I struggle, but it's not you. It's just that sometimes I'm not completely into the material, and I want to support you and watch, so I do. But yeah, but then there are other things that really fascinate me. Like when you tore down the TV, I was like, wow, that's really cool. I didn't even know you could do that. And then I got thinking, do I really want to do that? Probably. Well, but it's cool that you can change the LEDs out and everything. And
I don't know. You guys got to let me know if you think this would be interesting. So, have you seen? Oh, you've seen me working in the basement. Have you seen my DeWalt? My DeWalt. I think it's a 7842. I think that's the model. My table saw. Have you seen my DeWalt table saw? I don't know if you've seen it or not. I know you've seen the joiner and you've seen the planer, the Makita, and the Showa joiner. Have you seen my DeWalt table saw? Maybe you haven't seen that. Well, anyway, it is like. It is one of the best, and I've been doing carpentry for 40 years or better, 5 years. Ever since I was a teenager, I've been doing carpentry, and I got to tell you, this is the best table saw that I ever had. And my intention when I first got the table saw was to do a box opening and show the accuracy of the fence to the blade and do some cuts and show everybody. But I was so excited when I got it, and I wanted to use it.
And
And
I
I
take the
had a
time to-
project. I just ripped open the box, and I started using that thing right up to bat. And I'm like, I missed a box opening and a product review on that. But I have another
Well,
opportunity.
that's how I was with this
How
thing.
How do I have another opportunity? The contractor across the street, who's building Gerard and V's house over there, he had to build a bunch of formwork and cut at a special angle a bunch of cocoa lumber to do the special thing that I'll be talking about in their project over there. He had to do some complex cutting, and he said, can I borrow your table saw? And I'm like, when a contractor comes to you and says, I want to borrow your specialty tool that you have, let all my laborers over here rip all this horrible cocoa lumber. Cocoa lumber is really hard on a saw, very, very hard on a saw, even though it's not hardwood, because the fibrous.
It's so
type of wood,
fibrous. Yeah,
it's
it
so
just tears up the
fibrous.
blades.
And the first time you run one, it's going to tear up the blade. And also, if you've ever watched the laborers work over here, they're not careful with your equipment. They torture your equipment.
Beat it up. Yeah.
So the first thing he told me, he said, let me buy your table saw from you. And I'm like, but what am I going to do? I've got this project going on. I need a table saw. I use this thing like at least every couple of days for something around here for accuracy of cutting.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, okay, then just let me borrow it. And I thought, I can't tell him no, because he's such a nice guy, and he's been helping me out. So you know, so I'm like, oh, I kind of have a little dilemma right here. So what I told him, I said, okay, what I'll do, you take this one, and because he wanted to purchase another one. I said, when your new one comes in, you give me the new one. And he said, yeah, it's the same as purchasing. He wanted to purchase this one and then give me the money. So what we ended up doing, we ended up buying it, and it just came in yesterday. So it gives me an opportunity now to, if I want to do. Would you be interested? Or if you're not interested, I won't do it. I'll just open up and start using it again. What do you think? You think you'd be interested in a box opening and a product review of a dual table saw? I don't know. Be honest. If you're like, nah, I'll just start using it. It's okay. But it's like the best. It's like the best table saw that has a across the board, whether you're doing regular heavy construction or for the novice inside there. It's like I out of all the tables, and I've used many table saws.
You're being asked to do a review now, James, in the chat.
Did somebody ask?
Yeah, Dustin, One Vision Aerial.
And then Dustin's asking, well, he's saying that picking music's the worst part of making a video. And no offense, Dustin, that's like my favorite challenge with making a video is finding the perfect music. I'll spend
James
hours
should
on that.
do the poll.
You
know, it's his channel.
Well, you know, I'm waiting on the granite here. I told you I had a logistics. So tomorrow I can do, right now, since I put all these appliances in, I can actually do up until about this far underneath. I can actually do that. So maybe the next day, if the granite's not here, maybe I'll do a product review on a dual.
There you go.
Table. So maybe I'll do that.
In the chat because they want to see it.
All right, guys. I think we were just a little over 2.5 hours. I am starving for some homemade pot roast. And
I'm kidding.
Well, we're close.
Thank you guys for coming, and everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming to the show, and we'll see you next week. And have a great weekend. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Thursday. What's the 25th in the U.S. I think. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody in the U.S. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.